Good morning. This is Katie Anderson with my Section A paper or video in this case. I chose debilitative emotions, emotional memories specifically, and the article I chose is actually called The Integration of Emotions in Memories. The article studies the physical response, your body, your brain's way of how it connects or doesn't connect emotions to memories, and how that can be used to help people who have debilitating emotional memories. Specifically PTSD, probably because it's such a great case study and such a deep need in our community. I chose the subject because my brother and I have actually both been diagnosed for different situations with PTSD. And when I read the text on emotional memories and debilitating emotions, what they are and how to overcome them, I really wanted to explore more. So with the paper, Section A paper, I used that time to dive a little bit deeper into that subject. In the text, emotional memories are troublesome experiences in the past, and when we experience harmless events, the emotions from the past ones come up, they're triggered. And a severe example of this would be PTSD. Strong negative events with strong ties to emotions create responses that are not appropriate to the current situation. For example, my brother, when he is startled, will reach for a weapon. Me, when I fear that I have failed at something, I go into a complete hysterical meltdown, to be honest. It's definitely an overreactive response. It's definitely an emotional response to a fear of a result from a situation due to emotional memories. The text puts it simply that these negative emotional memories are triggered when a similar event occurs. The article breaks it down a little bit more using what's called CEDs, or cognitive emotional distinctiveness connections. This refers to the strength of the links between the emotion nodes and the event nodes in our brains and the networks that our brains use for storing these memories. A high CED score has a clear separation between the emotion and the event nodes, or weak links. They're not tied in together very well. You can think of the event without having an emotional response, and vice versa. You can experience that emotion without that event being brought up. Lower CED scores, or cognitive emotional distinctiveness, event means that the events and the memories are not well separated. They actually bleed into, they integrate into each other, which means you cannot have one without the other. I kind of thought of it like making cookies. Once you add those chocolate chips, you really can't get them back. An interesting observation that both the book kind of focused on, without really getting too deep in it, is the book actually focused on negative emotional memories. It doesn't really say anything about positive emotional memories. The article goes a little bit deeper into that, and it notes that positive emotional memories don't happen as often. They're there, but the connection is a lot weaker. They have a better CED score in both groups, the control group that does not have PTSD and the group that does have PTSD, the study group. So that really shows that the negative emotions have a deeper impact, and we really need to learn how to overcome them. And in the book, it says that we're able to do that with recognizing, reappraising, and kind of taking control of the situation. No, that's not a mortar going off for my brother's situation. That's a firework. There's a baseball game nearby. For me, no, my boss is not going to have these same severe negative consequences if I didn't get this project done on time. It's a different situation, and it's a way to train ourselves to see that. This particular study was really important because it shows for the first time empirical evidence that the brain's network structure is different in people with PTSD. That helps explain why some people can experience a negative event, the same negative event as somebody else, and why some people walk away with PTSD and others don't. So to me, that was really exciting because it helps you realize that it's something that's happening inside the brain. And the brain is elastic. The brain can change. We can retrain our brain to use different pieces when we lose abilities or when we have problems like strokes. We can retrain the brain to use other spaces and rebuild those networks. That takes me back to what the text says about stopping, evaluating the situation, acknowledging the truth and the fallacies in the current scenario. Yes, that noise was loud. No, it wasn't a mortar. Yes, I didn't get this project on time. No, it's not going to result in the same negative consequences. And you can train your brain to start separating that emotion and those events from each other so you can actually live a healthier life. I know that there's a lot more to be done for people with PTSD, but for people who have emotional memories or issues with emotional memories, I think that this is a really exciting turn of events, that we know how to retrain our brains for emotional memories, and we now know how stronger emotional memories that lead to things like PTSD happen, and we now can kind of start working to help these people who have it heal. So that was exciting, and that's what I spent my Section 8 paper time on. I hope that is helpful for you, and if it's not helpful for you, I hope that there's somebody in your life that can benefit knowing that following the text examples of how to reappraise, analyze, and acknowledge the situations and kind of redirect that self-talk consciously can help you overcome those issues. Hope you have a great day.